If you are a reseller, there are going to be so many situations that are meant to test your mental toughness. It doesn't matter how long you have been reselling. Situations just come around. Some of them might be good. Some of them might be extremely bad. But at the end of the day, they all serve one purpose, which is to test how determined you are to succeed in whatever you are trying to do, guys. Sometimes my throats get dry, especially when I want to deliver, a very beautiful message like this. In this reselling game, there's going to be that one situation that's going to test your mental toughness. It could be that the situation could be very, very bad. It could also be a very beautiful situation. Like I said, a few days ago, I did set up an offer on eBay. Not just one, but 2 offers. And these offers were so good that I had absolutely no idea how it was going to go. I'm just taking a look at it to see exactly. Yes, it was an all-in-one PC, 34 inches monitor with a PC, with a keyboard. Everything was set up because I wanted to just see who is that one person that's going to be interested in a 747 euro PC. Of course, the PC sold. And now I was faced with the question, how do I ship this item out? Because this monitor right here is the first time I will have to pack a curved monitor, guys. If you've ever stayed close to a curved monitor, a 34 inches curved monitor, you will understand that this thing is massive. Like, it's wide and it is heavy. The problem now is that I do not have a suitable carton to pack this monitor. It's expensive. 747 euros is a lot of money. In this day and age, for somebody to boom, put down on a transaction like this, and when somebody, has paid you so much money like this, the person expects that the item will be delivered in the most pristine condition. And I have always prided myself as that one reseller that wants to deliver, decent items for the people that come to my shop to buy stuff. As a matter of fact, if you watch my previous videos, you can tell that I hate it when items are delivered in the most shabby manner. I want to always do my best to ensure that the items are well presented. The item arrives at the buyer's destination in a very sound condition. But then I realized that I have actually not packed a curved monitor in my whole life. Perhaps I have done it one time, long time ago, but in the last 5-6 years, I haven't actually, messed with things like this, because one of the reasons why I do not do this, previously, was because these monitors are just typically very heavy and they are wide, and you cannot seem to get a very good packaging material for it. And if you attempt to pack this monitor in a very shabby manner, you are going to be sorry, because the item is more often than not going to be delivered with some, story. Either the screen is broken, the monitor now is wiggling because it has gone through a lot of, stress. It is what it is. But when this transaction sold, I was like, now I am faced with the reality of packing, this 747 euro transaction, a curved monitor, 34 inches at that. I do not have a packaging material, but I have to do something. According to eBay, I need to send this item out tomorrow, which is on the 6th of October. Today, as I speak to you, I do not know what to do. I do not have the packaging materials. Any attempt for this thing to be shipped out and is broken, I would have lost 747 euros. I would have lost a decent monitor like this, and I do not want that to happen. Guys, I'm telling you, I didn't really sleep last night because I was just thinking to myself, how do I pull this off? I might have to build, a packaging material. I might have to be very creative here, try to get 2 cartons together, try to tape them all together to ensure that I have a big enough packaging, for this. As if that's not enough, as I was trying to brainstorm how I'm going to do this, what did I hear? eBay notification. I'm taking a look at my phone. Another of these PCs sold for 837 euros. Decent complete PC, 34 inches monitor. Now, not only that I had previously, the worry of having to pack one 34-inch, massive display. Now I have 2 to pack out. Absolutely no idea what to do. But the only thing I have is that I have my mental toughness, and I'm saying to myself, it's not going to be the last of me when it comes to selling, curved monitors. I am going to figure out a way to do this. And this is why I'm here, in case you are wondering. I'm in the warehouse now, alone on a Sunday. I'm just thinking to myself, I have to begin to think about a way to ship out this item, because these 2 items here, they have to be sent out tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of work. I need good bubble wraps. I need good packaging. I need a sellotape that clearly shows that the content in the package is very fragile, which I have since ordered, and that should be delivered tomorrow. Because any attempt for me to ship this item, with regular sellotape and not specifying that the content is glass, it might be a bad one, because whoever is going to handle it might think that it's just a normal big box, throw it into the delivery van, and boom, something gets broken, and then the drama starts. But I do not want that to happen, even though my shipping service kind of gives me an insurance on this item. If I remember correctly, up to 500 euros can be insured when you send out an expensive item like this. But I'm not ready for the drama of going to contact the shipping company to tell them that, look, the item I sent out has been destroyed during transportation. It's going to be a whole lot of mess, because first of all, I have to refund the buyer, and then begin to go back and front with the shipping company trying to get about 500 euros, which is not even the total cost of the item that's going to be sent out. All these things were going on through my head, and at this time, I began to tell myself, guys, do not forget that you are a mentally tough person. You've seen worse situations. You've seen more difficult situations. You are going to figure this out. And this is exactly why I'm here, trying to take a look at what I can do. First of all, measure the monitor. See how I can go ahead to bubble wrap it to the best of my ability. Like at this point, for an 827 euro transaction, one thing you don't want to be doing is to be cheap on the packaging material you're going to use. I'm going to go out of my way to pack these things, guys. Even the buyer is going to be surprised. How is it possible that somebody actually did use, a lot of bubble wrap just to ensure that this thing is well protected? Guys, I am going to do this. Even though somewhere behind my head, I kind of have this fear. Is it going to be possible? Is it going to arrive safely? What if this thing gets destroyed during transportation? What if the buyer receives it and he's not willing to accept it because there was one little thing that went wrong? Guys, these thoughts, they happen whenever you want to succeed. Now, some of you out there, you are not so mentally tough because of that. Some little things happen, some could be bad, you easily give up. And some of you, even some good things happen to you because you are not mentally very tough. You kind of doubt the process. You doubt the person that you are. You doubt, your abilities to deliver even in situations like this. You chicken out, and before you know it, some people might even go ahead and cancel the transaction and say, look, it was a mistake because I do not know if I were able to ship this out, and I do not want to take the risk. And because of that, you keep leaving money on the table. If you are mentally tough, you shouldn't see situations like this as situations that are meant to, bring out your mediocre self. You should see them as situations that are meant to make you stronger, make you learn new things. For me, it's going to be a learning curve, packing a curved monitor, not one, but two, in a transaction that is well over 1,550 euros. Guys, I'm going to learn a lot from this transaction. I'm going to learn how you can be creative in making packaging materials, even when you can't seem to find good packaging materials to buy. I'm going to learn how to handle this. I'm going to learn how to bubble wrap curved monitors. And definitely, when I have gone through this, I will be a better person on the other side. I'll be able to come to you and tell you guys that, look, this is exactly how it is done. Guys, do not allow situations that tends to be challenging to wear you out. Like I said, there might be good situations. This is a very good situation in disguise. Two beautiful monitors. And the beautiful thing is that these transactions were bought by companies, and if you are a reseller, you pretty much can tell what it means. When a company goes to your shop to buy something, the person pulling at this transaction may just be a decision maker in that particular company, and if this item were to be delivered in the best condition, there is a very high possibility that this company might come around and say, look, we want 2 more pieces of this particular item here. It could be a laptop, it could be a complete PC like this. We want 5 more of this particular thing, because they can pretty much see that you have done a very good job. You are a responsible seller. You have delivered on your promise. And because of that, they want to come back. So for me, this situation, even though I kind of lost sleep last night, it is actually a very good situation in disguise. I'm going to be able to learn from it. I'm ready to take the risk. I'm going to be able to deliver it. And of course, I'm going to be showing you guys here everything that I will do to ensure that this monitor right here is packed and shipped off to the buyer tomorrow. And more importantly, it arrives at the buyer's address, safe, sound, and even with a positive review on my eBay shop. This is exactly what I came here to do. Also to encourage you guys that if situations happen in your retailing business, do not let it set you in a mode of fear. Be confident and believe in yourself that you'll be able to do it. Some of you receive very large inventories for the very first time. Imagine that you are a small seller, you tend to buy shoes, 2-3 pairs of shoes, you resell them, and from nowhere, you get to receive 1,000 pieces of shoes. Some of us might chicken out and say, look, I don't think I'm ready for that. Some of us, we even have the possibility to get a new warehouse, but because it's a new experience, a new event, you chicken out, you are scared, you are not able to muster courage to do it, you lose out on that transaction, all because of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of not knowing if you will succeed or not, fear of just being afraid for something that is even not there. This is something that has held a lot of people back, and in this particular transaction, I'm telling myself, I am going to do this. Of course, me making this video now is also a way for me to pump up myself, because to be honest, this is a very major transaction. This is not a regular PC or regular monitor that I could just, take, bubble wrap it, throw it to the box, boom, go to the post office, everything is gone. This is a major transaction. It's a transaction when I'm doing it, I have to switch off my phone. I have to be logged off from all social media. And if anybody is to call me in this time, I'm going to say, look, I am in the middle of something. I don't think I can answer your request right now. This is the kind of concentration I need for a kind of, transaction like this. It has been a beautiful week, guys, since selling from right, left, and center. An iPad for 444 euros, a processor for 41.90 €, a small form factor PC for 226 euros. These two PCs totally about 1,500 euros. Another mini PC for about 295 euros. And the list keeps going on and on and on. If you think eBay is dead, you may want to think again. And of course, if situations come your way this week that try to test how mentally tough you are, give it your best and prove the situation that yes, you're a mentally tough person. And in doing this, you actually are setting up yourself for success. And if you believe it and you can act on it, you can definitely achieve great things. Until I see you again in the next one. Peace.